Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Advancement Center. Welcome to the world of magic and miracles. Your perfect world. So it's a delight to be here today. I'm so happy to be sharing everything that's available for me to share, as it's been a few weeks since I've broadcast. And in that time, it feels like a lifetime since I was in this seat. And so much has happened. So much is happening. It's exhilarating. So I'm overjoyed to share some of the adventures, some of the magic and mischief and love. So me and Kathleen went to visit Angie and John. Angie, her sister, and John, her husband, in North Carolina. And it was amazing to feel the lushness of the land, how green and vibrant and alive, so many trees. But to be in a place of freedom with no schedule was such a gift. To be broken out of the norm, the rhythm of your life. And these last few weeks have been a catalogue of changes and adventures. And there's so much going on. It's been said so many times that we're hurtling forward, leading from the future. But I feel that pace accelerating faster and faster. And it's amazing when you see all around you the changes, and sometimes they can be very subtle, but it's still miraculous. I was speaking to my dad, who lives back in the UK, and I was speaking to my stepmom, and they have been in the world of fear, feeling the need to share what's really going on with this crisis or this situation. But it was amazing because they both said in their own way, we're living in our world. And I shared the saying, it's not my world, which they loved. But I see that all around me, where at whatever pace we are moving to knowing ourselves deeper and more fully, knowing ourselves not as a human, but as a divine, eternal being. And circumstances show up in our life to nudge us to that awareness. which is incredible to witness in yourself. And for some reason, it's easier to see it in others. So one of the reasons I couldn't broadcast last week was I was in Denver as part of a work retreat. And we did this personality test as a workshop as part of the retreat. And it was so illuminating. Not that that label is me, but there were aspects of it that rang so true as the human. And the journey that I've led through this physical incarnation, it was fascinating. And as soon as I listened to the facilitator's podcast on that particular personality type, there were so many things that even uncomfortably rang true. And not that that is who I am, but that is part of me. And it made me realize that certain things stem from experiences as a child. And we don't need to dig in the mud. We just move forward. And with that aha moment, we can move and let the bullshit and that fear that created that pattern fall off the back of the truck. It's like a program, but I feel all of our operating systems are in a whole new world, that we're operating from the knowledge, from the awareness of our divinity. And one by one, these no longer compatible applications fall away because they can't work in this new place. And I feel like that is happening all around me. There's so much vying for our attention. So many things that are trying to hook us into a fear or a problem. It's like a dodgy, sketchy guy selling secondhand watches from behind his trench coat. Would you like this fear or would you like this fear? Take your pick. Because there are so many to choose from. And we as human beings, that has been our operating system. Fear and survival. But no longer. They're falling off us. It's the light and the vibration that we are in. It just can't hold on. And it's thrilling to see where we're moving to. The feeling is undescribable, but we are stepping forward constantly, and the door is open for us to walk through into our perfect world, a world of your creation, perfect and beautiful in every way. And it's becoming the norm rather than it being a place that we occasionally visit. It's becoming where we exist. And that, my friend, is some good shit. So let the simplicity, let the mischief guide you when needed. Take that little step to the left or the right to once again step into the flow where your heart is your rudder and your sail. Let creativity and the wonder of a child be the eyes that you see this world from. So when I was in Denver for work, which was so much fun, so much art, there was a huge street art scene there. And I also visited their Denver Art Museum, which is filled with modern art as well as art from the ages, indigenous people, all sorts of different genres. And it is just spectacular. We are creator beings. And it shows up in many different forms. Even today, as I cut these flowers, I was lost in the flow where time had no meaning. And I've recently picked up a paintbrush and started painting again, which is, for some bizarre reason, something I've not done in over 25 years. Even though as a child I wanted to be a fine artist, I ended up in the career or the path of a graphic designer. But there's nothing like the expression of creativity that has no parameters. It's just the joy of creation. So I look forward to sharing my first finished painting with you at some point soon. But that is in all of us. and it has no rules. It has no medium. It is just a pure expression of who you are, of your magnificence and divinity. And it can show up in the strangest places. But when we're in that flow, we're connected to our creator, to our origin, to the vision and the desire that we hold in our heart for this world, for all of humanity. And all it takes is a little step. But it can be huge in where that takes you. And that will snowball to places that are beyond description. And it opens doors in your awareness and in your being that you can feel yourself in new and glorious ways. Feeling yourself as the creator, as God, as that is who you are. So cheers to the magnificence, to the incredibleness of you. Keep stepping forward, even when you get that squeaky bum feeling, oh shit. That's when you know you're in the right place. So cheers and thank you for being with me today. It's such a delight and honor to be with you, to be here on earth at this time, delivering all that I have to give for the advancement of humanity. So cheers to kicking arse. And I wish you a perfect life, perfect health, and a magic future. I am Adrian.